It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here with my esteemed colleagues, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the Miami Heat. For Miami, they're looking to come out strong and make their mark early. They have to look at this game as a great opportunity to do just that. And let us talk, guys, about DeAndre Jordan. Incredible player, but if this game comes down to the wire, we might see the haka, and I know you have some thoughts on this, big fella. You don't even like us to call it the haka, Shaq.
Yeah, because it didn't work. It definitely didn't work for me. So whoever they're hacking, call it them. We all know that free throws are part of the game, and it's a viable strategy. He has improved on his free throws, but he is a liability in late-game situations. But as long as he hits them when he needs to hit them, he'll be okay. He has to hit at least one.
Well, I think, if you're a dominant player like Shaq was, then the hack of Shaq doesn't work because he was so dominant in other areas. But certain guys, DeAndre now is starting to be dominant in other areas, so it's starting not to work as well. He's starting to increase his play and his scoring ability and his defense. So now the hack of Jordan doesn't have the same impact.
That'll wrap it up as we take you courtside. Thank you so much for joining us.
A flyover all the bright lights and flavor that Miami has to offer. Nothing goes together like the Heat and Miami as we get ready for an interconference contest here at the American Airlines Arena. Thanks for joining us, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan to call the game with our analysts Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. Tip-off goes to the Clippers. And the Clippers starting five. Chris Paul and J.J. Redick are the guards. Inside, it's Griffin and Jordan. And it's Pierce in at the three, the small forward. Now, here's Paul. Now, here's Redick. 5 to shoot. From deep three-point range. Excellent D from Wade. Clippers on defense. Well, a scary moment for Chris Bosh last year. Had to be shut down, Greg, as we all know, for the season after a blood clot was found in his lung.
And Kevin, it really puts basketball in perspective. I mean, it happened right after the trade deadline, and obviously a huge blow to the Heat in terms of their push for the postseason. But fortunately, it looks like he's going to make a full recovery and have a huge impact this season.
Home, and it's sent back by Bosh. It's Dragic with the drive.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
The Heat shooting their first shots from the stripe in this game.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And those aren't the kind of numbers they can afford to repeat throughout this season.
Both free throws good from Dragic. Here's Los Angeles now. 4-point game. Clark, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a little bit of cottonmouth here. Dry spell for sure.
The kick out to Pierce. And that one hits back iron.
The Heat never really came back after losing Bosh. His presence on both ends of the floor is hard to replace, and they missed him a bunch.
First quarter of play with about a minute and a half gone. Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who is able to catch up with Coach Doc Rivers.
One player he said they can't overlook is Chris Bosh. He said Bosh is the perfect complementary scorer. He can hit the spot-up J and also really crash the offensive boards. We simply can't get so caught up elsewhere that we allow him to have a big night. And Kevin, at 6'11", Bosh really an anchor in that front court. When he plays well, they're tough to beat.
And as always, Doris, thank you. And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Paul kicks to Griffin. Down low, and DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
Yeah, he went for a little extra on that one.
Well, he usually doesn't finish soft, obviously. You know, he can when necessary, sure, but not that time.
Not when you can throw it down like that.
Yes, sir.
Bosh, that's good.
Lights out here, right out of the gate. Perfect 4-4 from the floor.
A lot's been made of the Heat fans in the past for walking out during the finals game where they looked to be out of it, but credit, you know, the Miami Heat fans, Greg, with last year sticking with this team.
Yeah, and in all fairness, I would have walked out as well because I thought it was over. But with LeBron out of town, a lot of Heat fans could have jumped off the bandwagon. But you know what? They stayed with it. So although the weather is fair, the fans are not.
Oh, well said.
Thank you.
Here's Dragic after Paul Pierce's score. Wade outside. Right side a screen. Here's Bosh. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it. Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Forget about finesse and agility. This big fella's all about power and force.
Dragic the pass to Bosh. Lets it go from 14. Bosh can't get that one to fall. Clippers trail by 4. Jordan the screen. Redick against Whiteside. Redick dishes to Griffin. Just 4 to shoot. Off the screen. The shot no good. Nice D from Dang. Miami leading by 4. Wade kicks to Dragic. Outside Dang. Dragic the pass to Bosh. Bosh with another miss. Last season for Chris Paul, another strong season. Yet quite a year for him in terms of media hype. He was as strong as ever on the court and off the court.
And that's a great point. You know, he did kind of fly under the radar. It's hard to imagine a first-team Hall of Famer in the future could do that, but a lot of it had to do with Steph Curry kind of coming on to the scene, splashing on the scene, if you will. But he is still one of the top point guards in our league.
You know, for Paul, you talk about the lack of talk about him last year. Very quietly came close to the 50-40-90 club.
Group in for the Heat. Stoudemire's checked in for Whiteside. Winslow comes in for Luol Deng. Green, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. The Clippers also changing it up. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for DeAndre Jordan. Lance Stevenson comes in for Pierce. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick. Now, here's Chalmers. Here's the dish to Bosh. They set the pick. Stoudemire outside. From 11 feet away. Miami no good on that time either. The Clippers trail. Aldrich kicks to Stevenson. pick by Griffin. Stevenson drives in. Here's Aldrich. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Aldrich has got his first 2 points. The Heat have gone 5 of 9 from the field here in the first. Chalmers with it. Kicks it to Bosh. To end the drought. And oh, he hits the buzzer beater.
Nice shot there without a second to spare.
You know, as a defending team in that situation, it really irks you to give up a shot like that to close out the quarter. You know, oftentimes those end of quarter points can be the difference in a ball game.
And a word from Chris Paul, who has a little something to say about the success of a very special and influential teammate, Blake Griffin.
You know, Blake, everything that's happening for him, he deserves it because he's worked so hard and put so much into it, and he's a huge piece to our team being successful.
Of course, we know that Blake would say the exact same thing about Chris Paul. You know, Chris and Blake Griffin share so much in common when it comes to being the hardcore Clippers their owner brags about all the time.
And you think about it, Chris Paul is not easily impressed, nor is Doc Rivers, for that matter, but both of these guys have praised Griffin for how hard he's worked and how far he's come in his career.
Well, up to this point, a closely contested game as we start the second quarter. And when you consider how the Heat are doing, guys, what jumps out to you stats-wise?
A lot of times, the team that owns the paint is going to come away with the victory, and that's what they've done here thus far.
Yeah, why change the plan until they make you? And that's where they should continue to attack moving forward, going inside.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. And Stevenson is out there with Smith. And it's Aldrich in at the 5 down low. A nice shot by Winslow.
What do you do with that guy? With his handles, he abuses defenders.
And one thing we know about Justice Winslow, he is great on the big stage. He was amazing in the tournament for Duke a season ago. Got better and better as he helped his school capture the national championship.
Here's Green, following the score by Cole Aldrich. And that's out of bounds. Miami will retain possession. And some changes here for the Heat. Bang comes in for Chris Bosh. And Dwayne Wade is subbed in for Winslow. And then for Los Angeles, DeAndre Jordan comes in for Cole Aldrich. And Pierce subbed in for Lance Stevenson. Jordan against Stoudemire. 6 on the shot clock. Shot is off. And the Clippers will go the other way with it. Jordan with a screen on Chalmers. And he lobs it up toward the rim and out of bounds as the Heat gain possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Gerald Green. And it's Dragic in for Mario Chalmers. And the Clippers making a change here as well. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. Now here's Dragic. Stoudemire, the screen. There's the pick. Dang dishes to Wade. Dragic the pass to Stoudemire. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Paul kicks to Pierce. Jacks up a 3. No good. And Miami the other way now. Passes it to Whiteside. Dragic against Redick. Here's Stoudemire. No good. Smith with the defensive effort. Clippers trail by 4. It's Redick on the wing. He's guarded by Dragic. And that one's good. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
How about the passing? They are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Back at you. I mean, they immediately get those 3 points back.
Trading spray guns from long range, trading blows from behind the arc.
And really, the last few seasons, the Clippers have been one of the most consistently strong teams in the league. A far cry from when they were a bottom feeder back in the day. They have become one of the premier franchises in the NBA.
Greg, as you said about the Clippers, the days of finishing near the bottom every year are over. Clark, a lot of that is Doc Rivers.
Exactly. Since 2012, Kevin, they have had the 3rd best record in the NBA. A lot of loyal fans stuck it out with the team during the dark days, and now they're reaping the fruit.
Wesley Johnson's checked in for Smith. Here's Redick. He dishes it to Jordan. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Solid on the one-hand throw down there.
You know, Clark, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball.
Yep. Yeah, and one reason why I just don't know that I've ever seen him miss a play like that.
Yes, fans, Clark, and the one team they view as floppers is the Clippers. I don't like that word, but just kind of came out. Whether that is fair or not is up for debate, but it is certainly, I think, the perception.
And I think there's some truth to that perception. I mean, multiple players have received fines for flopping on their roster. I mean, you can't run away from that, and the fans remember it, too.
Oh, they do, yes, sir. The Heat with the lead.
And for the Clippers and flopping, part of it might just be reputation. Whenever anyone hits the deck on their team, fans might be quick to kind of condemn that as a flop.
Now here's Wade. 6 to shoot. Here's Dang. And that one, no good to start him off on the night. For Los Angeles, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. Jordan the screen, and the wide open shot from Redick. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 5 assists tonight.
You know, the Clippers were the darlings of the NBA as they improved and made strides, but I think the flopping has kind of diminished that now, that love affair. Being labeled a group of floppers can certainly stifle your popularity.
Wade gets the bucket.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play him.
Paul kicks to Pierce. Jordan the screen. Redick for 3. No good. And Miami the other way now. 1:42 left in the first half of the game. Stoudemire left side. Wade against Johnson. Fader on the way. No good from Wade.
I think in that situation, it was a nice try to create some space for himself with the fadeaway.
Redick for 3. The dive for the ball.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
The fader. Another shot. Dang. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
You guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Heat?
Boy, guys, their play in the low post has been excellent right off the bat.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
That's good from Deng. And what a tough position Luol Deng found himself in last year in a small forward swap of sorts. LeBron James goes from Miami to Cleveland. Deng goes from Cleveland to Miami. He had his choice. There was Atlanta that was in the mix there too. But he goes to the Miami Heat. He's bounced around a little bit. But still a very big talent.
He is. You know, he kind of likes following legends. Remember, Scottie Pippen was that great small forward in Chicago, and Luol Deng was the next heir apparent. So he seemed to be pretty comfortable stepping into LeBron's role. Unfortunately, not able to deliver at the same level. And let's face it, the problem is you can't make up for losing the best player in the game, and that's the case here in Miami for Luol.
Great awareness by Mario Chalmers on that feed.
Ball against Chalmers. Paul dishes to Griffin. Misses off the right iron.
And, you know, getting back to Luol Deng, he wasn't entirely pleased with his new role. He's been a knockdown mid-range shooter throughout his career, but last year he was asked to shoot corner threes and volume, and that's not his game.
The wide open look here for Bosh. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
And here is Paul. Pass to Griffin. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up. This is his first free throw of the game.
2 shots.
Free throw drops for Griffin. He's off on the second. Winslow. Shot is off. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that has been very close so far. Heat lead by 4. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Kevin, I've got Coach Eric Spoelstra here with me. And, Coach, what are the things you're seeing so far in this game that you'd like to change going forward?
It starts with getting some stops. We've got to play off some misses, and we can't let them force us into 1 or 0 pass possessions. So we've got to move the ball 1 in the half court, help each other with that. But we'd like to get some more in the open.
Eric, thank you so much. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, Doris. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter started.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. At the end of the period, they held a 2-point lead. The second quarter was a strong effort for them as they continued to battle, and they were able to close out the half in a good position. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, you expect the home team to take care of business, and they have. They didn't play flawlessly, but they held their own. Now we get to see the true test in the second half.
Shaq, what was your takeaway on the Clippers?
They were really efficient, great approach offensively. Their shot selection was first rate. They were always working hard to get good looks. That can't change in the second half. They need to be just as well organized as they have been so far.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
Give it up for your Heat.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Goran Dragic.
And what he gives his team, guys, is an edge. He just lights up an arena when he gets it going. And in that first half, young fella had it going.
Not just an edge, though, Greg. I think he gives them a confidence and a swagger they wouldn't otherwise have. And he's a special player to have around, no doubt about that.
Dragic is joined in the backcourt by Wade. The big men are Bosh and Whiteside. And it's Deng in at the three. That's the group on the floor for Miami.
And, you know, we saw Chris Bosh really ramp it up with the three ball last season. I mean, we frequently see vets do that. LaMarcus Aldridge is a recent example. Extending your range is a great way to keep playing at a high level, especially as you enter your 30s.
I'm talking about Chris Bosh working on that three-point shot. Last year, he launched nearly 4 threes a game, while most of his career, Greg, he shot less than 1 a game.
Yeah, and Kevin, it's a blessing and a curse at times that he's shooting more threes. The blessing is that it makes Bosh so much more difficult to defend. The curse is that he shot his lowest percentage from the field last season since he was a rookie.
First one falls for him.
Well, you see Blake Griffin, and he is known for his huge dunks and ability to score, but he is a very well-rounded power forward. He's one of the best power forward passers in the league.
Blake Griffin hits them both. And for Griffin in his passing, often you'll see him set up teammates, Greg, for easy looks and dunks.
And with the amount of times that teams have to double team Griffin, that's huge. I mean, even when he's not scoring due to defenses focusing on him, he can still impact the game with his passing.
Now here's Bosh. 8 points for him. Shot clock at 5. Near the three-point line, it's Wade, and he wills that one in. Sinking right through off the back iron. Clippers trail by 6. Paul passes to Jordan. Jordan the screen. Dragic against Paul. Left side, Griffin. The 19-foot shot. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's foul number 2 for him.
Yeah, he was boxed out and tried to get the rebound the only way he could.
Yeah, he got straight over the back and on top of him there, too. So nothing subtle about that one.
The Heat leading by 6.
Timeout. Start it. Give it up for your Heat dancers.
go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Erik Spoelstra was saying to his team. He told the team he wanted their offense to run through Bosch. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. There's still plenty of basketball left to play, and as we watch how these adjustments play out, Kev, it'll be interesting.
All right, Doris, thanks. Misses the baby hook. Clippers trail by 6. And Redick kicks to Paul. Dishes it to Pierce. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got 6 assists in the game.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly. Their second half has started quite well. They've been good on 3 of their first 4 attempts. You can tell he's in a lot of pain. They'll take a timeout so that trainer can help him out.
And Miami making a change here. Stoudemire's checked in. And the Clippers making a change here as well. Smith checked in for Paul Pierce. Two minutes into the second half of play now. Clippers trail by 5.
Well, I think it's been said about 1,000 times now how Coach Spoelstra started as a video coordinator with the Heat, but he's been with the organization for so long, they are starting to become synonymous.
Now here's Paul. He's got 5, just 4 to shoot. In transition, here comes Miami. The offensive rebound, and it's Stoudemire with the jam.
And a few more points tacked on to their lead and in the cruelest way possible.
You're right. Yeah, those putback jams sting, don't they? My goodness.
Yeah, they really hurt you. I mean, the defense forces a miss and then can't rebound it and finish off the defense. They're hanging their heads in their chest now.
A shot by Paul. Nobody around. Buries it from three-point range. Like as you said, Spoelstra has been with the Heat for so long now in his 8th season. He was handpicked by Pat Riley to lead the team, and Clark kind of molded him in his image.
And it was clear that Pat Riley believes in him and continues to believe in him. Coach Spoelstra has had very high expectations on his shoulders ever since taking over the team, and he's actually lived up to them.
Amari Stoudemire, with a change of scenery last season, was bought out by the Knicks, signed with the Mavs midway through the season.
That was the best thing to happen to Stoudemire, in my opinion, Kevin. He got to play playoff basketball again, and we know that wasn't going to happen in New York.
First free throw is good.
And for Stoudemire last year, served as a backup big for the Mavs and was still as efficient as ever.
And so he hits both.
I don't think Stoudemire will ever be what he once was, but he is a valuable big to bring off the bench for a contending team in limited minutes.
Redick with the bucket.
Man, they came out smoking here from beyond.
And Greg, as hot as they are from out there, absolutely no reason at all not to just keep letting them fly.
Now here's Dragic. He's got 7. Wade dishes to Whiteside. Goes back up. That's good. And the Heat lead by 5.
They are not rotating nearly quickly enough on defense down low. Got to get quicker there.
Just no resistance on the interior.
Here's Jordan. Picked by Griffin. Paul with the ball. Now guarded by Dragic. Griffin passes to Jordan. Jordan the screen. Redick with the three. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
12 straight points off of three-pointers, and the D looks shell-shocked.
And guys, now that they're rolling from out there, the defense has to really get up into them. You got to almost be in their jerseys to try to deny those looks.
Wade gets the bucket.
He's played an important role in their offense today, guys. Without him, they may not be in the league.
Paul kicks to Griffin. We've got 1:28 left in the
And you talk about momentum. That sort of action delivers a type of energy to your team that you just can't quantify.
You know what? I'm going to quantify it right now, Clark. And this is a close game, and that was something special.
And really,
Good try.
In a game, you guys, in a game like this, though, when you have a chance to send a message, you do. And boy, did he ever on that play.
And the replay, of course, presented by Kia. What a play. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Heat.
Their high-energy defensive effort has paid off for them, guys, with more than a few steals over the course of the ballgame.
Yeah, and another thing, they've created a lot of turnovers, but they've also been able to convert when they've got down in transition.
And some changes here for the Heat. Chris Bosh is checked in for Whiteside. Gerald Green comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Chalmers in for Goran Dragic. And then for Los Angeles, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Jordan. Lance Stevenson comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Crawford in for J.J. Redick.
And for Wade, we often talk about his physical state. But what about the mental toughness? Here's a guy who's been playing in some kind of pain every game for the past few years. But he just keeps churning the butter, not wanting to let his team down.
Clippers trail by 3. Crawford kicks to Aldrich. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Griffin. No good. Some solid defense from Bosh.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Bosh, the screen. Stoudemire with the ball. And Griffin picks him up defensively. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Wade. Here we go, one-on-one. That's the 6th make from the field. He's taken 9 shots and missed but 3. 17 seconds left in the third.
And this should be the last possession of the quarter.
Exactly. I'm right with you there, Greg. I mean, no need to give the ball back before the end of the quarter. Make sure you get the last shot here.
From deep, Stevenson misses there. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. It's the Heat. They're up by 5. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Clippers trail by 5, and on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Paul and Crawford pair up at the 1 and 2. Pierce is out there with Lance Stevenson, and it's Aldrich in at the 5, roaming the paint. And it's Whiteside with the rebound. Whiteside's got his 3rd rebound on the night. Winslow's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Boy, for Jamal Crawford, guys, it's been a really good career. Not many guys can maintain his level of quickness after 15 years in the league. I mean, but last season, he finally started to show a little wear and tear.
And that one falls for Jamal Crawford. And back to Crawford last season, he was down in field goal and three-point percentage. Plus, he battled with a calf injury that ultimately kept him out of 17, 18 games late in the year.
Yeah, Kevin, but his deep range spread the floor when he was out there. He still has that presence about him that you have to honor him. And he also hits some very timely shots. A dangerous assassin who always needs to be accounted for.
Listen, they're still right in this thing. Missing that free throw, though, keeps this a two-possession deficit.
And yes, sir, that one drops.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash-mouth basketball, guys.
They're all about imposing your will offensively, getting exactly the kind of looks their coach drew up.
Now here's Crawford. To the paint. Here's Redick. It's blocked.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
It's Dragic with the drive. That's good. And now an 8-point Heat lead.
3 consecutive baskets have come right at the rim. The defense had better start buckling down and tightening up.
Guys, they are getting exposed in terms of their low post defense.
Redick with the bucket.
They're giving him a little too much space out there. That's his 3rd triple since halftime.
Dragic dishes to Chalmers. Right side a screen. And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense.
One shot, gentlemen.
The free throw drops for Chalmers. And one thing about Mario Chalmers last season, he really had to play a different role. And it took him some time, Greg, to get used to.
Yeah, anytime your team loses a superstar like LeBron James, other guys get asked to do a little bit more. Mario was asked to be more of an aggressive scorer, a role that isn't so easy to jump into after 6 years of being that 4th or 5th option in the offense.
Bosh with the bucket.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
It's stolen by Dang. Bosh kicks to Dang. Right side, the pass to Chalmers. Clock at 6. Releases. Misses off the right iron.
You know, going back to Mario Chalmers last year, guys, I mean, having to take on more of a scoring role was tough for him. His field goal percentage dropped 50 points from the season before. His three-point percentage dropped even more. His assist numbers were down. Well, I bet you part of that was the fact LeBron was no longer there.
Now here's Dragic. From 10 feet out, the shot no good. Nice D from Crawford. Clippers trail by 8.
And on the topic of Chalmers, you know, he's a complimentary player. He can D up, he can hit the open 3. He's been known to hit big shots, a solid finisher, and that is valuable. But when you ask him maybe to do a little too much, then you're not playing to his strength. Yeah, I think he just sees some things that can be improved and wants to get everybody back on the same page.
And usually that, to me, is a good use of the timeout. I mean, if there's something that he's noticed that can give his team a lift, I think he's got to try to take advantage of that.
Doris Burke has an update from the sidelines.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Erik Spoelstra was saying to his team. He said, we are this close to finishing them off, but the job is not done yet, and I don't want to see any let-up out there. We'll see how well his point got across, guys.
All right, Doris, thank you very much. Dwayne Wade's checked in for Miami.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
Griffin inside. He's up against Bosch. Yep, it goes in, and the Miami lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from Blake Griffin. Dragic kicks to Dang. Dragic against Paul, and Dragic gets it to go on the assist by Dang. Dang's got 3 assists now in this one. Clippers trail by 6. Paul outside. Griffin against Bosch, and 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Some good play from Griffin in this one. He has 9 points, and he's contributed 3 points from the line, too.
And those free throws add up, guys. That is extra offense.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second. And he ends up missing both free throws.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second despite being down.
That's exactly when you need to be aggressive, Greg. You know that. I mean, another good job, though, of drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Throw good, Dragic. There's 1:38 left in the fourth quarter. Outside Dang. He feeds it to Wade. 5 to shoot. The shot is off. Excellent D there from Pierce. Clippers trail by 7. Griffin dishes to Paul. Oh, and there's the alley-oop. And the slam by Blake Griffin.
Really good work on the interior. That is a critical 2 points there. That was an ideal scenario really for him. Point-blank range and also a size advantage.
Now, here's Wade. Right side. Great D that time from Jordan. Wade against Paul. 51 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Pierce with a wide open look. Dang grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Wade against Redick. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. He's got 13 points and the 1 steal.
And guys, he's been making play after play on both ends of the floor.
No let up in him, and that's mindset. That's not just physical tenacity, but that's a mental tenacity, too, that he brings to the court.
Good on the first, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Paul for three. Los Angeles with another miss. So it's Miami now. They lead by 7. Rockets the pass to Bosh. Fader on the way. That one goes. Count it.
Just a major size difference between the defender and shooter on that possession.
And Greg, without a hand in his face, he's simply going to spray whoever's there.
Here's Prigioni. And the Clippers miss again. Clark, and they can just let the clock run out here.
No argument with that W.
Here's Chalmers, and it's a defensive 3-second violation.
One shot, gentlemen.
No mistakes there. I think you can close the book on this one, guys. It's done.
Eight seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Yes, guys, I'm here with Goran Dragic. And Goran, what a nice show the team put on for your fans tonight.
Yeah, great game for us, for our fans. They were amazing. This kind of games is really enjoying to play, and we are hustling on every play, defense and offense, and I'm really happy that we won that game.
You enjoyed it, and we enjoyed it. Thank you, Goran. Guys, back to you.
All right, Doris, thank you. And that'll wrap it up, folks. This is Kevin Harlan thanking you for watching. We'll see you later.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now we have the opportunity to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Bosh.
Chris Bosh came to play tonight, guys. And that's a frightening prospect for an opposing team. Because when you got a big who can score from anywhere like Bosh can, it doesn't take much to get him on a serious roll. Makes it easy to see why he's an all-star over and over again, year in and year out.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels, Ernie. Too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show, but not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
And that's it for our broadcast here tonight. But we're just getting started on a new season in the NBA. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. We'll see you again soon.